Aloha and welcome to Wisdom Dialogues with Hope Johnson, coming to you from the big island of Hawaii. Yay! Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to share with you today about how everything is made by you for a feeling. Everything. So when you feel something like concern, even concern for a person's well-being, it's a projection of something. It's a projection of something. It's like you prop them up like that to look like that so you could get concern. See? This is a huge understanding because since you have dominion over the world, when you know it as it relates to, let's say, for instance, your concern about someone. It could be applied to anything. So that sense of concern, that body sense of concern, is made out of thoughts of identity. The projection onto another person is made to hide what's being held as true about yourself as a separate individual. Okay? Everything that you can perceive in the world is after the fact. It's already after it was thought to be true. It was held on to as if it was true. So, I've been asked how this works. Like, say, let's give an example, one that came up yesterday at Wisdom Dialogues in person. Thank you. Thank you. What about those people who are suffering in other countries? That's that one question that was asked. What about those people in other countries? Well, other countries is also something in your field of experience. Okay? Other countries don't exist except as a projection of our own imagination. Sure, the suffering people are experiencing is very real to them. It's very realistic. Let's put it that way. It's very realistic. And at the same time, they, from their greater perspective that's not on the plane of perception, from their greater perspective, are diving into that experience to get the experience. It's their dream. Now, this is very dream-like. When you recognize it's dream-like, that guilty consciousness doesn't prevent you from allowing healing. See, that's the only thing that prevents anyone for allowing healing, as in peace in their own mind, because that's what shines out like a light, okay? And here's how it goes. Say you're just driving in your car, maybe minding your own business, and then all of a sudden there's a thought of people suffering anywhere. Maybe you see them. Maybe there's an image, which is also made of thought. Maybe you see it. And immediately, that's an opportunity to tell yourself the truth, to know the truth, to know who you are within that feeling of uncomfort, to know who they are. It's kind of like forgiveness. I forgive this perception that I made. See? And then it allows for a comfort in your own energy field. You can tell when you're defending something because your energy gets stiff. Like, here's what I saw yesterday. I know I know. And it's like, how does that feel? Oh, very stiff, very tense. Yeah, it does. The dream that's perceived to be out there isn't separate from the dreamer. That feeling and perception, that's one thing. Feeling is also made of thought. That's what makes it easy. That's what makes it so easy. Because any feeling that feels like shit is obviously made up of a thought that attacks who I am. Because that's not possible. Thoughts that attack who I am, who are they to tell me who I am? I have all the authority. I decide within every thought. So then what? What does the mind have over me? See? And that's the thing, I hear people talk about how they have these cycles where they feel really bad, they feel really terrible. And it's like, see, every time one of these cycles comes up and there's this feeling really terrible about yourself, there's this identification with it, as in making it real, needing to escape it, needing to do something different, needing to change your life, whatever. If there's following along, pursuing along that whole projection that you're separate and need to do something about this feeling, is what makes it come back again and again. See, trying to get out of it. So it's like when the feeling comes, say this feeling of concern for people who are suffering in your perception, because there's no actual people. They're completely made up. Okay? There's only awareness through a lot of different perspectives, but it's only one awareness. Okay? It's a perspective. A persona, I call it a persona. It's made of thought. It's like a thought painting over what's real. Okay? So when it comes and it's like about people, it seems to be about people suffering, immediately let the feeling be experienced. Just let the feeling of it be experienced. You don't really have to do anything. Noticing that it is a pattern, it's something, it's a habit to be concerned. It's a habit to feel concerned. If you didn't need to be concerned, there was nothing to be concerned about. And the only reason you need to be concerned, the only reason you think you need to be concerned, is believing in the thoughts that cross your mind. You'd say the greatest courage that could be expressed in the world is suspending judgment for a second. Just letting it be suspended, as far as what I know, worldly knowledge. I actually had one of the members at Wisdom Dialogues in person. It was so fun. He started making arguments about why Trump is bad and a threat. President Trump, a dude that's the president of the United States, apparently. And there's no Trump. That's made up. It's made for the feeling. It's made for the feeling. It's made for the thoughts they represent to you. It's made for your interpretation. And that is all. All that does to hold an opinion, even if you would say the facts add up to this, the facts add up to that guy's a threat. It's dangerous. He's dangerous as the president. That puts you in a position. It's a building up of belief that now needs to be defended. So it's like looking for things, setting up the mind to seek for things so that it'll find that it's right. It'll find that it's correct. It always finds whatever it's looking for. You could say you're finding whatever you're looking for as consciousness in the dream. So it's like we're playing out as heroes and heroines in our own dream, but we made up the conditions to let us play those parts out. Maybe it's a part of a victim. So it's like we gave that to ourselves to let us play that part out, to get that experience. We would not be able to get that experience. We would not be able to get that feeling, that sense of separation, without having imagined it first. So everything's a gift. Everything is a loving gift. Including lava. We happen to have lots of lava coming through our place. Well, our place. Our place has been covered by lava, but where we were. And now it's flowing to the ocean and making new stuffs. Lots of new land. Okay. Yeah. Everything goes for your favor. So any kind of hope, I know it's funny because that's the first name that I use. It's any kind of hope for something to go away. That's another kind of concern. See, like I've noticed in some of my reflections, and I know my reflections are myself, so it's not a problem for me. But some of my reflections might come up and be, oh, I know it's going to get better. I hope it's going to get better, or something like that. As if it can matter. As if it can matter. See? That kind of thing, it's like, get better what? The illusion isn't, nothing that happens in the illusion is better or worse. You know, if you notice that, why in the world, why out of this world would we make an illusion that we're separate and that we have a beginning and an end as a body? If not for healing our own minds, just seeing through the illusion that we made. See? So when the intense feeling comes up, just in recognizing what it is, recognizing that it's a pattern. Oh yeah, look at those thought projections. Look at what I've been using to make the feeling real, to make this seem real. There they are. They come along with the feeling, easy to see. Just easy to see. And just in that noticing, they pass without, so to speak, making more karma. Without adding up resistance. Let's say like that. You know, what you resist persists. So without adding up resistance, it's just allowed to play out in the body's energy field. And it gets to the point where it does this uncomfort doesn't really need to be expressed. It can be expressed here. It doesn't have to be as an expression into the world. See? Whereas before it's, this is bad. It's like, oh, there's that this is bad thing again. Awesome. And the eyes are going inward instead of outward, making more illusions in the world. See? So anything you think about another person is actually about yourself. Isn't that for fun? He's greedy. Turn that around. I'm greedy. You know, you could say as consciousness, which you are in the dream, you're consciousness, and relating with thought. As consciousness, you're everything ever imagined. So there's greed. You're everything ever imagined. Oh, there it is. Oh, any kind of judgment about it gets suspended. Because it's like, oh, that's for me. I made it. And then there's not projecting it, there's not making more of it. So these people that are imagined to be suffering in the world, the most powerful thing that you could allow for them is peace that comes comes from within you. And what it seems to me is that most people don't think they deserve it. So they won't allow it, because it's all as much as you would allow. It's always as much as you would allow. Oh no, that thought that attacks me is, this one is right. It's like picking a pet thought that's right about you. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm lazy. That one, I'm lazy. See, there's no I like that. There's no I like that. But to get you to identify with lazy makes you into something in your own mind. See? These labels, these ideas about who we are just for building the sense of self up, as in it's somebody. There's somebody. And there's nobody there. It's just passing experiences. There's just passing experiences. So the passing experience of lazy, and then the idea that there's something wrong with it, just to get a guilty feeling, that's all. You know, the sense of separation is based on guilt. And the whole sense, the body sense of separation, it's based on guilt. So the illusion is going to show many manifestations that point to guilt. I mean, obviously, anything that's born and then dies, anything that has a lifespan, that is not real. That's make-believe. Okay, anything. So we're looking upon illusions. Okay. And it's not as if there's anything wrong with the illusion. It's not like it's bad or wrong. It's like a big magic trick. It's like a big magic trick. It's like a huge stage with all these props that are meant to bring up whatever it needs to be, whatever you're looking for, bring it up, whatever you're looking for, so that you can see that you're not really separate. In the midst of illusion, seeing, recognizing, acknowledging, claiming that you're not really separate has healing powers. It thins the veil. It allows love to be shared. Okay? It allows innocence to prevail. In your own mind, that's where it is. Okay? That's where it is. And then the illusions, they'll manifest themselves in whatever way best serves you. So it doesn't make a difference how it goes. It really doesn't. And then at the same time, it does, and it's going to go exactly as it needs to go, because it does totally matter. See the cute little paradox in that? Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. There's a little hand. You can raise it if you have any questions. And then you can also write to me. I see a couple people wrote to me. Thank you. I love you. Yay. So, integrity. This is a really fun one. I'm excited to make a video that has something about integrity in it, because it's one of the blends I just made. Oh, Samantha, you're on here. This is your blend. I love it. Yes. Super stoked. So the Integrity Essential Oil Blend, based on integrity. Yay. So basically, it's true integrity, not the kind of integrity that tells you to keep all your appointments and keep your word and all that kind of stuff. That stuff's awesome. Morals are great. Morals are great at a point, you know. And then there's beyond that point. Then there's beyond that point. I'm not saying don't use morals. I mean, if that's good, that's good. But here's the thing. These things don't really matter in the larger sense, in the larger integrity sense. See, as in you are the source of everything you perceive. This kind of integrity, it shows you. It shows you. It teaches your own mind. It demonstrates to your own mind that this is so. This is so. It did come out of my own mind. When that's demonstrated to your mind and it's known, then there's no question. No longer are you led into thoughts that say, oh my goodness, I'm so anxious. I'm so anxious. No longer are you led by those because you know exactly what that is. It's a passing thing. It's like wind. Oh my God, I'm so anxious. It's like, what's that like? Check that out for a minute. You know, it's like, oh, there's anxiety. It's just passing. But as soon as there's, oh no, I have to do something about this. That's out of integrity. See, because then all of a sudden you became an individual in a world, which you are not. Which you are not an individual in a world, except in your own mind. And if you make it into, I'm an individual in a world, then you will have that experience. That'll be your truth. All of your lovely manifestations will demonstrate what you believe to be true about yourself. Okay? All manifest like that to demonstrate. It's really fun. It's like an offering, you know. It's like people are like scared of like hooking up with an abusive guy or something like that. I don't want to be with an abusive partner. And it's like when you know that it's a dream, meeting a person that would be an abusive partner is freaking fun. It's fun. Because they offer you something. Hey, how do you like this kind of energy? You want to play like that? Okay. Is this how you like it? When you don't know it's your own mind. Oh, yeah, I'm not that girl. No thanks. Or I'm not. No, that's not for me. Thanks. Thanks. No thanks. Irrespective of ridiculous ass feelings that come up. Oh, maybe I did something wrong. Oh, maybe he'll be nicer next time. Irrespective of these feelings that come with these thought projections. Like, oh, that's how, okay, it's just an energy exchange. Like, here's an energy exchange. You like that? Is that for you or no? Here's this. Hey, how would you like to be my sugar mama? I'm looking for someone who can pay the rent and stuff like that. That is like one of the funnest things ever. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's fun. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you asked. That's amazing. I bet you will find that. I bet you will find that, but it's not for me. Thanks. See? Or hey, I want to talk to you about this and this that you do wrong. Over and over and over. Oh no, thanks. No thanks. No need. No need. Because when you can hear with your whole body, listen with your whole body, just listen, then that's just natural. It's not like a resistance thing. But first, hey, you know what? I'm really disappointed in you. Someone comes up and says, hey, someone whose opinion you seem to care about. Hey, you know what? I'm really disappointed in you. Oh, right away there's an energetic thing going on. It needs something to bounce off of. Right away there's an energetic happening. If that's allowed just to be experienced like that, forgetting about the other person as if they're out there, forgetting about it. There's no other person yet. It seems like I'm having this interaction and all these reactions are occurring in my body right now. Be with those and you'll see how your expression changes. Just automatically, just naturally. And there's no rules for it. There's no rules for how love is expressed. There's no rules at all. You just know because you can feel it moving through you. You can feel that energy moving through you. It's like the power of the source speaking. You don't even know what's coming. Out of feeling, the words come. Out of feeling. See, it's fun. So there's always comfort. There's like a river of comfort or a lake or a sea, however you want to see it, like that underneath all of the surface kind of suffering. All of that surface suffering. Underneath it is a river of compassion, always there, always available. Before any expression comes from there, it has to be allowed for you. Okay? That river of compassion has to be allowed for you. So any kind of question, did I get that right? Would I have done that different? Just let them be like wind. Let it pass. Let them pass. Experience the experience. There's only this instant. There's the only thing you can be sure of right now is what is being perceived right now in the body's energy field. Everything is coming out of that. Everything that you perceive through the senses, it's not actually out there. The eyes, that's not actually out there. It's just a projection that makes it look out there. So it's like, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What are you tasting? What are you touching? That's the raw base experience. The thoughts about the experience are story. Most of them are not actually necessary components to the story, but we get interested in them. Like, say for instance, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent. Okay? There's no rent outside of you. There's no rental. There's no anything. The whole scenario, the whole situation is made up to get the feeling that there's not enough. It's all for that. And if you start to watch, you'll see how it comes around in cycles. Maybe you'll get like, okay, I feel better about it. I don't even know what that was. Okay, I feel fine. Okay. And then it comes around again. How is this? Oh my gosh, how is this going to work? How long is it going to, whatever. It's a cycle. It's a pattern. It just comes, it presents itself, and it goes. But as it comes and it presents itself, if there's pursuit of it, if there's interest in the thought, see, it's like you're making a choice to pursue the thought over healing its cause. Okay? So it's a choice in every moment. So should I pursue this cause, this thought, or would it be more soothing, let's say, healing, to look at the root of it? And where is the root of it found? It's found in the mind. The first manifestation, the very first manifestation of any thought projection is feeling. Okay? That's the first manifestation. So feeling, sensing, seeing, all of that. That's it. And then there's an added story. And that kind of stuff isn't necessary. All it does is weigh you down. Like it's kind of like digging into a hole. One of my friends said yesterday, it was so fun with some dialogues in person. She said, but you did allow yourself to feel the sadness of losing your homes and gardens and all of that stuff. And I was like, yes, I'm allowed to feel that if it's there, but I don't have to conjure it up. And I know exactly how to conjure it up. It's easy. All I have to do is take a thought projection as true, and I will be going to sadness. It's easy. Anyone can do it, and everyone does it pretty much unconsciously. Okay? So by the time the experience of lava coming on the gardens and on the house, and recognizing that that is all now covered by lava, apparently, there's no cause for sadness. There are gentle fluctuations. There are gentle fluctuation, and an offering of thought with those gentle fluctuations. One thought believed makes suffering. Just one. So, for instance, I miss fairyland. I miss fairyland. There's no one there to believe it, though. It's so sweet. There's a gentle fluctuation with it. There's a, and it's so sweet. And it passes immediately. And what it passes and reveals is this beautiful, beautiful relating with fairyland that has not ended because the lava covered it, apparently. There's not an end to that. There's no end. That's my imagination. That's my imagination. Every love, everything that went into it, all the love, all the caring, all the sharing. That's here now. All the relating, all the beautiful communion and gatherings and people, all the celebration. That's here now. There's no need. And that's not to represent that feeling sad is bad. No. It's that feeling of sadness is so revealing. It's so revealing that the root of it gets burned. The root of it. So things that happen on the surface, whatever it may be, is still giving rise to celebration. It's not a sad thought isn't relevant to me. Let's put it that way. I could take I miss fairyland. Take that as if that came from me, number one, the thought, or it's about me in any way, shape, or form. All those thoughts about an individual are worldly thoughts, worldly wisdom. And one thing my mom always said, I grew up a Christian missionary, and one thing my mom always said is, wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, you know. And there's a lot of Christians, but the guilty consciousness prevents them from seeing what that means. Maybe, you know, maybe here it falls on a heart that can receive it, can actually receive it. See, guilty consciousness is what prevents that understanding that wisdom of this world is foolishness. It's foolishness. It says I'm this and I'm this and I have this and this is who I am and this is what I need. Oh, I'm lonely. You know, it's like goes on and on. It's not true unless you want to be. Then it's very true for you. See? So all you have to do is pursue it. I'm concerned. I'm lonely. I'm afraid. All you have to do is pursue that, and that's what concretizes it and gives you apparent reasons for feeling these things, because you're asking for more of the same, energetically asking for more of the same. Energetically, the same thing, the same kind of experience. I'm scared, I'm lonely, I'm concerned, I'm anxious. Any of the experience can be turned inward, and that's where it's very healing, you know. And you could say, I said it earlier, it's probably the most courageous thing in the world, to suspend judgment for just a moment and go inward. Because when that train of thought comes, it comes so fast and furious. It seems like it needs to be followed right now, and it's imminent, that you keep on pursuing. But there's nothing to pursue. Those thoughts are leading to nothing but more of the same. And the feeling is making it seem real. No, you can't tell me. You can't tell me that this world is not real. Well, okay, that's up to you. Because it will demonstrate whatever you take yourself to be in relation to the world. Because as consciousness, you're relating with thought. So whatever you take yourself to be, that's what will be demonstrated. Isn't that for so much fun? Talk about primal fear today, please. Like survival under threat. Like sharks, for instance, when you're swimming in the ocean, like you know none of it's true, and the fear of death is part of the illusion, but it's still there. Yay! That's a fun one. That's a fun one. So the fear of death that's coming up is just for getting that feeling. Even the thought there's sharks. It's just for getting that feeling. Oh no. Oh my goodness. And it's so amazing. It's so amazing to be like, okay, what's the worst? Give me the worst. You're over there treading water. What's the worst this could be? Give it to me now. And imagining the worst it could possibly be, like whatever that is to you, I don't know. And getting the experience of it, getting the full experience of it right then and there diffuses that energy. See? Getting that full experience of it. And when you see that it's okay, you'll see that it's okay because it's all feeling. If you're willing to feel it, you're willing to have that experience. The death experience is wonderful. I recommend it. You can just imagine it, you know, and that's it. That's it. That's all it takes. It's too scary. When the thoughts start getting really bad, I just swim toward the shore. Well, that's cool. It could still be done on the shore. It could still be done on the shore. You know, if it's fun for you, if you like it. It's not, there's no homework. It's fun for you though, and you like it, you can go, okay, what is it about the shark? You're laying in bed, you're all comfortable, or what is it? What can a shark really do? Let me have it. Yay, thank you, Jerry. Terry. Yeah, so the imaginary symbol of a shark tearing you up, you're experiencing a feeling with that, and that's really what you're afraid of. Okay? Experiencing that feeling, that's really you're afraid of this feeling. And so you can go and be like all safe in your bed and have the same experience, like, you killed me, you baka, you know. It's like a video game. It's like you just died in a video game. And here's the thing. There's no way a shark is going to do anything to you unless you need it. Unless you need it, not deserve it. It's not like deserve it. It's not like that at all, because it's not one bit personal. But need it as in you, that's something for you that you can heal through that experience. There's something there for you that can be healed through that experience. Isn't that rad? So it's not like the shark is going to be able to do anything to you without your authority. Yeah, dominion again, dominion. And wisdom of this world. It's always wisdom of this world that will convince you that judgment, hatred, fear, etc. is justified. So just because sadness isn't justified doesn't make it a bad thing, doesn't make it a wrong thing. Just because it's not justified, knowing that it's not justified allows you to get the full effect of sadness until its root is gone and it has no power to make you express out of it. See, it can come along. Oh, there's sadness. There's no need for you to join in on that. And in fact, you're not joining in on it diffuses the energy. And as the energy of sadness is diffused, more light comes in. And with more light, more awareness. And with more awareness, a sweeter, kinder, gentler, loving reflection, which people call world. Yulia says, I know, I absolutely know none of it is just justified, but fear is still there. And then so also the fear is not justified, and so it can be experienced. So that it could be experienced. Well, there's nothing to be afraid of. Fear is nothing to be afraid of. If you ask why do we make it this way? You could say it's for the relief. Oh, what a relief. That's not really true about me. I really didn't separate myself from God. It's okay. See? That's all it's there for. That's all it's there for. It's not like you're trying to get rid of the fear. It can be there. It's okay. Maybe the fear is going to motivate you to get out of the water and who knows what over there or whatever. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. See? It all comes back to trying to change an individual. Make this less fearful. If gratitude is the practice, then it's just gratitude for whatever it happens to be. This selfishness I perceive, or I don't know, bossiness, whatever. It's whatever it is. I seem to be afraid. Just letting it be there, just letting it pass. It's okay. It's not about you. It's never about you. That's the thing. You take it to be about you. So it can be that a thought would just cross your awareness and you know right away that it's not about you. Or a fearful feeling, that's not about you. It's a habit. It's a pattern presenting itself in the mind. There's nothing to do about it. Fun. You went to the ocean and you thought about a shark and you felt fear. Yay. How fun. People go to amusement parks to get that kind of thing. People watch movies to get that kind of thing, whatever. It's like you put that kind of prop in your movie to get that fear feeling. It's good. It's awesome. And look how powerful you are to make a whole illusion just to get that feeling. That's amazing. I swim all my life and I swim well and far sometimes, but lately I am more fearful. How cute. See? Look at that power. Look at that power. Make it as if death can happen to you. As if anything can happen in your illusion. That's not absolutely ordained by you. See? It's just for that to come up, just for seeing and for fun. Oh, someone asked a question up here. Lori, define turn inward. So basically, Lori, recognizing that what you're saying about that person is really about yourself. Okay? But it's not about you. But you think it about yourself. But it's not about you. Huh? See that? There's a thought about it. There's a thought. Let's put it this way. There's a thought about yourself. Let's not even say you think it, because that's not really correct. There's a thought about yourself. Or there's a thought about it seems to be another person, but it's really about yourself. Oh, there's a thought about myself. Okay. And recognizing that you made that scenario up for the feeling. We call that turning inward. Also, that's integrity. Taking it as, your own manifestation, not as a personal thing, though. See, that's where people get tripped up. They take themselves to be a person, of course. Because it's not personal. It's just presenting itself. You want it to be. You want it to be presented. I don't know what you mean by that, Lori. Maybe you want to talk to me. Aloha.
Well, you were just saying that it's the thought about you, well, not really you, but it's a thought, but it's not true. The thought's not true. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I thought you might take that out of, yeah.
No, I didn't take it as anything. I just didn't know.
Right. Yeah. You saw it after that part had gone.
Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, it's not really true, but it's like an offering. It's like, hey, do you take this to be true about you? You know,
Mhm.
you take this because if you project it out there, it's like defending, and projecting it out there is also projecting it on yourself as an individual as well. It's the same. Whether you project it on yourself as an individual or another individual, it's the same. So if you're projecting it out there, it's defending the self-doubt. It's defending the self-doubt that's hidden. It keeps it hidden. It keeps it buried to project it. But when it's allowed to be taken as your own, it turns it around. It's almost like it rewires your mind, because it just turns it around to completely, wow, this is awesome. I made this just for this feeling. And when you're looking at it, when you're viewing it like that, your expression is more true to that. It becomes more true to that. It's not like things that occur in the world get you off kilter, like, oh, I'm so this because of this, or I'm this because of this, or whatever, because none of that stuff is true.
And it's not hidden anymore.
What's that?
It's not hidden anymore.
Right. It gets revealed because you're not engaging in trying to defend,
to cover it up.
Yeah, to cover it up. To cover it up. Like for instance, the thought, I'm lazy, that's a projection. It's a projection onto your self-image. But it's really the thought, I'm lazy, that identifies you as an individual, makes you vulnerable to thought.
I see it.
Not like is anyone there to be lazy or not. That's not the question. The question is, who are you in that?
It's funny because just yesterday I was talking with a friend Rob about that, about lazy, because it used to be a trigger for me a long time ago, and because even my son would say, my cat's so damn lazy. And the cat's supposed to be doing something.
Cats are great. They're just lounging.
Oh, we were just saying, didn't see Braun today. Hi, Braun.
There he is. There he is. Got some chocolate.
Oh, we just had chocolate too.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah, something seems to have shifted. Very clear tonight. Very been yeah. I don't know.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Anyone
appreciate.
else, anyone else have anything they would like me to talk about, or does anyone have any questions? Questions. Mm. I don't see a bunch of action. I see a bunch of peeps.
So awareness.
Mm-hmm.
This is big. Like we're talking about awareness. Aware.
Fans. Yeah. Awareness.
I'm saw today awareness being aware. Wait, how did I say that? Awareness being aware of itself.
Yes.
That was huge today.
Yeah. And
Wow.
that's all there is, and that's all we all are.
That's
What are you
it.
sniffing? This one?
And it's been there all the time. It's always been just
What
it's,
happened?
it's always been just that.
Yeah. That's all that's ever been going on, so to speak. Is
Yes.
awareness aware of itself as consciousness relating with thoughts. It's very dreamlike.
Yes. But the identification happened with the person, but
Yeah.
that
That's just
awareness
a
always
mistake.
but that awareness always been there. It's never been anywhere else. And
Yeah.
but the identification was not with that. It was with the person,
Yes.
which isn't even real.
Yeah.
What the frig?
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Ever since I saw that clearly today, God, I've been laughing. I laugh anyway a lot. I noticed that too. But geez, today,
Yeah.
stupid shit, stupid shit was making.
Yeah. Like you've already served your purpose just by having experiences. Let's put it that way. Because it's awareness aware of itself as consciousness relating with thought. Everyone's got that. Everyone's got that down.
Everyone's got that down.
That's happening. It's just that there's like this sleepiness thinking that you're the person for a while.
Right.
Yeah. So you're not having as much fun. But even though you are apparently not having as much fun, the greater part of you is always having a kick-ass time.
Ah, right. The awareness part of you is
Yes.
not touched by any of that doom
No.
filled,
Right.
scared entity that's not real.
Yes. It's all fun. It's all an opportunity.
Oh.
Yulia's thinking she's just as much the shark as she is a person. Yeah, I mean, there's no difference between different props in the illusion. You could say that the image of yourself, your body, mind is like a prop in the illusion, and so is the image of the shark. It's like two images in an illusion, and one cannot affect the other. That's the funny part. It looks like one can affect the other, but that's the illusion.
Mm,
Only the mind has effects. Only a
wow.
mind can make effects in the apparent world because it's the mind's world.
Right. Hey, boy, that's beautiful.
Yay! Thank you for doing it.
We're doing it.
I don't know. Thank you for imagining it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of my imagination.
I
Part
have
of,
no idea what you're gonna make me say.
I know shit, huh?
No, I have
And
no clue.
versa.
What?
Vice versa. I don't have any idea what I'm no idea. Even
Yeah.
though the little entity thinks, Oh, I know what I'm going to say. Bull friggin' shit. It does not know.
Hmm.
It thinks it
So,
knows.
so it's all your awareness. So it's all your awareness. So that means that the awareness of the body sense, the
Mm,
awareness of an individual,
mm,
and the awareness of everything else, every other individual. It's all your awareness.
mm.
Everything that you have a perception of is actually your awareness, kind of like dressed up.
In distressing disguises.
Yes. Hide and go seek. Find
Yeah.
yourself here. Now find yourself over there. It's like where's Waldo?
That's a good one. Where's Waldo?
Oh,
Yeah.
here's where I put it. Here's where I put my power over here. I put
Huh.
it, I put it over here in this idea that I don't know, things might not go right, or I hope, or I'm concerned. I put it over there. Okay, there's where it is. Okay,
Mm.
good. All right. Now that I know where it is, now that I know where I put it, I can have it back if I want.
If you exactly.
No one's
Oh.
gonna make me take it back, but I can if I want.
And that's the fun.
Yeah. It's always a matter of what do I want more? Do I want to pursue this projection that leads to suffering, or do I want what's here now? Basically, do I want the peace here that's here now?
Mm.
See?
And even if it's gone into that pursuit, so what?
Exactly. And that's the thing. As those pursuits are allowed to be played out without resistance,
Yeah.
they wear away at the root.
Oh,
Like a
beautiful.
process. Watch it unfold. Just
Mm.
watch it unfold because as you are getting that space, kind of like that distance from the
Right.
personality,
Right. Yeah.
and you're just experiencing it run around in a delusional state, it'll work itself out. There's
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Nothing to do about it. That's the most peace right there. There's nothing to do
Yeah.
about it. Oh
Yeah,
my.
there's nothing to change. There's no person to change. See, there's always this person to change. There's always this stress,
Yeah.
like something that I need to do different, and no
Right.
one's doing anything. So that's just another thing to get you to associate with the doer. And and then and then the idea that other people are doing something or can do something to you.
Mm.
Yes, it's such a relief. It's such a relief. And, it comes through tests. Like you get it, once that realization is like, wow, no one can do anything to me. You might have the experience. It looks like someone's doing something to me. That is your opportunity to claim the truth within the midst of that perception, within the midst of that uncomfortable feeling, because it seems like someone just did something to me.
Yeah. Or I did something to someone.
Exactly. It's all a gift. It's all and it's all there for your appreciation too. That wow,
Yeah.
whoa, I just made that up. I
Yeah.
made up that someone didn't like what I did. I made some up. I didn't like what someone else did. How funny.
So it's freaking crazy.
I know. And then things change. Like, I notice myself having the perception it seems like someone's mad at me, but in the energy body as it's calmed down, the illusion changes to demonstrate to you that yes, it really was all your imagination.
Mm.
They actually weren't. Once you express out of the innocence that you are, they also respond that
Yeah.
way. Can't really be helped.
That experience recently. Beautiful.
Awesome. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Hmm. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Aw. Yay. Thank you too.
You.
All right. All right. Anyone else want? Oh, Yulia said, "What are you sniffing?" This is a custom blend my friend asked me to make for her, and it's got Passion, which is an essential oil blend I made for the second chakra. So basically, if that's about creativity and sexual innocence, like innocence around your sexuality and stuff like that. Also, there's wisdom and stillness. It's got neroli in it, which is super penetrating. It's like a really strong floral, one that you might get whiffs of at night if you're around orange trees, because it's a flower from the orange tree.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then there's Palo Santo in there with that one, and also frankincense. So I put a couple of blends in there, and then I put trade winds in there, which is a blend for a friend of mine, and I did it for Vogue. It's
Oh,
actually Molly who comes on here a lot. She did it. Her and I did it for Vogue, and we were giving it out at the healing tents, and we were super stoked. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The dog
Um,
must be really strong right now.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what's
So
the name of that?
what? What's up?
What's the name of it?
I don't know yet.
Oh, because I want one.
Oh, fun. How
You'll have
awesome.
you'll have to message me when you come up with a name for it so I can order it.
Blissful. How about that?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
So it's pretty complex when you first inhale it, and then toward the end, or toward the middle, it gets really smooth, and toward the end, it gets really sweet. It's kind of like the neroli comes in the back door and sweetens the deal.
Wow.
I had fun making it. So,
Okay.
if anyone's interested in our essential oils, miraclebotanicals.com, miraclebotanicals.com. Miracle Botanicals supports this show. basically,
Oh,
basically what that means is I pay people money to do GoToWebinar, and I'm allowed to write it off on Miracle Botanicals.
yay.
Fact is because I tell you about Miracle Botanicals from time to time. Isn't that fun?
It's perfect.
Games, yay!
Okay, so how do I get it? It's not on your, I'm sure it's not on the site yet.
Well, you can just send me your address and then I'll add you on. I'll make you one.
Will I pay you through PayPal? How,
Sure.
how just send me your PayPal.
Yeah, wisdom dialogues people, I just do a custom blend for them, and then whatever they want to send me, they can. How about that?
Oh my God. No, I gotta know. I gotta know what.
You don't have to do anything though, that really, it's not necessary. All right. One custom blend, okay? I like it. All right. So Lori, you have anything else? Because I got a hand going.
No, I'm all set.
Okay, I love you.
Love you
You.
too.
I got the beautiful hand of Bob. The hand of Bob. Hey, Bob.
All right, the sound of my one hand clapping for you.
Oh, thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, what's up, Bob?
Yeah, just like that Zen koan, the sound of one hand clapping.
One hand tapping.
You saw my lovely hand up.
I
So
love
yeah,
that lovely
it's
hand.
it's great. I can join you every Tuesday. I wish I was there in Kapoho to join you on Monday, but I get to catch up on back episodes and enjoy you today. So, a while back, I posted on your Facebook these two images. One of a dog.
Okay.
Uh, it's a picture of a dog with his paws up on the bathroom sink, looking in the bathroom mirror. And it said, I showed my dog his reflection in the bathroom mirror. He checks to make sure his best friend is there almost hourly.
Yeah.
So the dog is looking in the mirror thinking that it's another dog. And then right next to that, I posted this little video of this little infant that's walking on a black pavement, and she's sucking her little pacifier, and she looks down and sees her shadow and becomes frightened by it. and starts crying and running away from it. And then as she runs, she looks down and sees her shadow is still after her, and she cries even louder and
Aw,
starts running even faster and falls out of fear of her own shadow.
yes.
So that those two illustrations seem very interesting to me. That we have this misconception through misperception that what we consider to be something separate or different than ourselves is actually ourself, whether we love it or we're afraid of it. It's always ourself. That this seems to be the basic illusion, the
Yes,
basic error of
yes,
existence.
yes.
Being on the intellectual level of a dog or an infant that can't realize that what they're seeing is their own reflection or their own projection.
Yes. Yep, that's right. That's how it is. It's all coming out of our own imagination. So we can take it to be whatever it is. We can take a person to be something. We can take an entity. We can take a governmental organization to be something. I hear that a lot, as if the government has some kind of authority in your world. It's not really true. It's
Mm.
not really true. It's just a projection. So, but if you give them the power and you give it in feeling, as that feeling comes up and it's taken to be so true, and that power is just given away to that thing. It's like, oh yeah, that is real and that is true. So I'm going to hold on to this. I'm not going to let this feeling pass. I'm not even going to let this feeling express. I'm just going to bury it in my body until it makes me sick.
Mm.
See?
Yeah, and then the idea of Dumbo the elephant that thinks he can't fly unless he holds the feather, that all the
Yeah.
power is in the feather.
Uh-huh.
So this is the main error, is that we're not claiming our power, claiming that the truth of our dominion, our sovereignty, our true power, that we put it outside of ourselves. We vote for Trump, or we get a medication or something
Wait,
outside of
we vote
ourselves.
for Trump or we get a medication. What are those examples about?
Oh, well, that's about putting power in an elected official or putting power in a pill rather
No,
than.
that's not it. That's not
Oh,
it though. That's
oh, well,
not it because
what is.
it's not what is done. It's not the act itself. Okay? It's not any act. Whether, to make an example, whether someone votes for Trump or not isn't relevant. Whether someone takes medication or not is not relevant either. These things are not relevant. That's the illusion that these things are relevant. That is not how you give power. That is not how you give your power away by electing an official or taking a medication. You give your power away by believing that that thing has a power outside of yourself. A power has an existence outside of your own mind. Has any existence outside of your own mind. See, that's still being focused on surface things to talk about it's what someone does. And it's to make a judgment. It's to make a judgment. You know, how can you know whether voting for Trump or not voting for Trump is the right one? You don't. But your judgment might tell you that you do. That's wisdom of this world. That's worldly wisdom. It'll hurt you. That's why I tell you. Come back to bite you in the ass, and I like you to see your ass not bitten. But if you want it bitten, I don't mind. So,
So so then what I was saying was just kind of a judgment about people that vote and take
yep,
pills.
yep, that's right. That's right. And they're not there at all except as your own conjuring. It's like you conjured that up so that you can have this feeling justified.
Hmm. So I'm conjuring up
People doing anything.
the idea of people voting for Trump and taking medications. I'm projecting. I'm doing the same thing that I'm accusing them of doing.
Well, it's like no, it's not like that because there's no individuals like that. There's no individuals like that.
But
And I
yeah,
say no, it's not like that because of the energy of the question is such It's not so much the words, but the energy of the question is such that there's looking for a place for blame to be laid. And that's not how it is at all. There's no
Mm,
place for blame to be laid at all. Not on you, not on them, because you and them like that don't exist.
mm,
Okay.
mhm,
So, it's the idea, it's the judgment that voting for Trump is somehow the wrong move. That comes out of belief. And you know what? Whatever you believe, the opposite is equally true.
mm,
So
mhm.
you have also consciousness disagreeing with that completely. So you're holding a position. And in that holding a position, you cannot see. You have to remain blind.
Mm, mhm.
See? So you are holding a position. And the same thing goes with the medication. You are holding a position. And in that holding a position, that's an attack on yourself.
Mhm.
Okay? There's no position to be held. It's not a, you cannot give away your power by a surface thing. You give away your power by holding a position.
Mm, mhm.
Okay? So it's like the projection is that they're giving away their power by electing Trump and taking medication. That's the projection that's coming from your mind, but all it's doing is defending a self-belief. It's
Mhm.
just defending a self-belief, a belief in separation. It's preventing you from seeing that you made that up.
Right. That's just an imaginary scenario I invented in my mind.
Yes. And made it into something. You made it into something. It's totally neutral. It's not one bit relevant, but you're making it into something for yourself.
Mm, mhm. Uh-huh. So I've got to really have the insight to look into this idea more deeply, or I
Yes.
to
Yes.
to to really see it how I'm talking about people fooling themselves when I'm doing it
Yes.
myself.
You're fooling yourself in the moment that you're projecting people fooling themselves like that.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because look
that's
at the energy, look at the feeling. See, look at the feeling that comes along with it. There's a sense there that people are threatening because of this.
yeah. Well, it just makes me smarter. I think, oh, I'm smarter
Yeah, a lot
than
smarter than most people.
than them. I don't do those kinds of things, so
Right.
I'm above that kind of
Yeah.
ignorance.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just my ego creating a scenario, a false sense of myself, creating a false scenario to bolster more falsity. You know, they talk about fake news, and
Yeah.
I'm
It's
fake.
it's well, you no, you are reality as awareness. Your reality, and the dream, your consciousness relating with thought. And if you take thought to be against you or something that can harm you or wrong, any manifestation of thoughts, that's you're relating with it. You are relating with it. That's how you're relating. And however you're relating is going to be demonstrated back to you.
So all one can do or not do as a doer, or just be love, radiate love. Love is the only reality. Everything else is illusion. That's just
Because even the thought about people voting for Trump is just the same exact neutrality as sensing that the air just got a little cooler.
mm, mm,
But you make it into something. See,
mm,
when
mm,
you could be when you could be noticing something else in your field of experience rather than the thought about people voting for Trump. You're not
right.
noticing because you're in that idea, and that idea that actions, don't let actions define anything. Just let them go, let them pass, let all the actions, everything, the thoughts, everything, just let them pass, and you be yourself expressing love, and everything else will take care of itself.
Okay. Just express that love, and everything will take care of itself.
Well,
So,
the way you say it kind of tells me you're not feeling
well,
it.
I'm just trying to see, how I am not seeing it. I am not feeling it. And all of these other things that I'm talking about are counterproductive to that.
Well, here's one. Here's one for you. Maybe just watch what's talking when it's trying to grasp a spiritual concept or trying to regurgitate it, because that's what it looks like. It's like they're trying to regurgitate a spiritual concept, but you're not really talking from your heart. So just notice that and be with that and notice that it's not you. That's
Mm,
not coming from your heart. That's not coming from your heart. It's just a spiritual concept, and you are okay. You're the way you are is perfect as you are. Any thought about you isn't really about you.
that's not who I really am.
Not really about you. That's right. So you can let them pass. They're coming out of your own mind just to get a feeling. They're for you,
Mm,
but they're not about you.
mhm.
Okay. So this
Well,
thing about this thing about projecting Trump voters and the other one, what's the other one? The medications. Yeah, Yulia said that thinking that medication is hurting something is just as much of a projection. Yeah, it's like all of this stuff is a projection. So, using projections as if they're real is just making them stronger, more concrete in your experience.
mm, that's
But
not
seeing that they are projections, just seeing that they are projections, there's no you to do this. So see if you could just listen and breathe, and then
okay.
let it pass, and don't try to get it with a concept. Okay.
Okay. I'll,
Unless you really don't think that I need you to regurgitate it to me. Just let it. If something comes from your heart, then express it. If not, just let it sit, kind of like, because a lot of the times what I hear, what I sense is when you start to talk to me about how you're doing it and this and how you get it for yourself, it's like you lose it because it's like this concept that you're trying to get. But what's really being communicated here anyways is a feeling. That's really what's being communicated here. It's a feeling underneath the words. So before you go in to try to grasp it with concepts, let that just suspend out and be with feeling. Feel with me. Feel with me. See?
well, I feel like I'm trying to make someone else guilty of, being stupid or that,
Well,
that,
that's just a feeling. It'll pass.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's nothing.
well, I'm just trying to see how I formulate these kinds of thoughts and the feeling or the motivation behind it.
There's no need. There's no need. You don't have to. That's just more stories. You don't need any more stories.
Hmm.
You gotta know.
Oh, just love.
Yeah, you don't need any story about it.
Oh,
Whatever seems to be occurring is what's made for you, what's necessary for you. Basically, in this illusion, in this dream, your perception is valuable. Your
mm,
perspective is valuable all by itself. It's totally valuable. It's like
mm,
you're appreciated more than you can even imagine just for that. You're already done. You're already complete. There's nothing
mm.
to do. Okay.
Okay.
There's nothing to try to get even here.
All right.
It's just a feeling. I'm sharing what I'm sharing is like a feeling. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank
And
you
the
for your
rest will the
loving
rest will
feeling.
take care of itself. That intellectual stuff you have enough already. Actually, the rest will take care of itself. Okay.
Okay. It's all
I love
taken.
you.
I love you. Thank you.
You're the
Aloha.
awesomest. Thank you so much. Aloha. All right, everyone. So let me know if you would like to speak with me. If not, I will sign off. It's been so fun. Thank you. Um, Wisdom Dialogues every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Hawaii time. Tuesday online, 3 p.m. Hawaii time. Go to Facebook /groups/Wisdom Dialogues to get invited through Facebook. That's one way to get invited to the current link. Once you get on the current link, then I'll put you on my mailing list, and then you'll get invited more automatically than through Facebook, okay? Thank you so much. And if you want to see the videos, just go to wisdomdialogues.org. That goes to the YouTube channel. Yay. I appreciate you. It was really fun having conversations with all of you today. I love you. I love you, Holly. Thank you so much. Aloha. And a hui ho. Yay.